Hello friends, welcome back to another session with me Sanyukta Saxena, a certified Zentangle teacher, and in today's session we'll be learning another Zentangle original. The pattern is called Beeline. Looks pretty geometric, but the inspiration is of course something related to the bee or the beehive. That's what it looks like, but the pattern, the method of drawing is pretty geometric. You can call it a grid based pattern also. So let us learn today how to draw the pattern Zentangle original Beeline, and we'll draw a tile together using the same pattern and a few more other patterns to go along, right, like we do in all other sessions. So let's get started. So we'll first learn how to draw the pattern Beeline, right? So if this is the area that I have with me, then the pattern starts with some lines like these, straight lines, right? And then I am going to draw the zigzag shapes, zigzag line like this, right? Then draw another facing it, that is mirror this line to form a diamond shape, and then I am going to repeat this line like this. This is not mirror, this is repeat, and then again the diamond shape. So mirror the line. So mirror, repeat, that's a sequence that I am following. Again repeat this line. Right? Again the diamond shape. So mirror the line. So it's simple line strokes, only one stroke, that is lines, right? We are using a grid for reference. And the next step is to ink. So it is again a drama tangle, involves bold ink portions, lot of drama, right? So each of these diamond shapes are supposed to be inked, right? So lot of inking involved. You can draw big diamonds, you can draw small diamonds. So pick up your O8 and take your time and slowly ink all these diamond shapes like this. Right, so ink them all. So I have continued inking, and I have inked two lines here. So this is the basic pattern beehive. Now you all say, what is this pattern? Just diamonds and some lines. You can't really understand this pattern unless you shade it, right? So what I'm going to do is add some graphite on alternate sections. So I left this one, I added graphite here, left this one here, then again here, then leave this one, and then here, and then alternate here. Since this is empty, I'm going to add graphite here. This is empty, so add graphite here, add graphite here, add graphite here, and here. And then I'm going to blend it. So lot of inking involved, so make sure you don't go to the inked portion. I'm just touching the pencil, not touching my inked portion. They are still not dry, it's freshly inked. So now that I have shaded one section, you can make out that this are kind of cubes here, right? Just like a beehive looks like. And this is the pattern Beeline, right? So once you shade these sections, each of this diamond forms a cube, and this is how the pattern starts to show, right? So let me show you a few examples here, some of the tiles that I drew using the pattern. So this is a phi tile and this is the pattern beeline with some paradox, right? So you can make out how the cubes look like. This is another very organic beeline combined with very organic tangles like flux and printums and some fescues. Background is floats, so the center pattern is beeline. This is a variation. You can see there are two things here to note, from small to big, and then I have not inked the entire portion, instead added some orbs, right, and some organic tangles to go along. Another very simple use of beeline in the center and some more patterns to go along, right? So just try out this pattern and we shall draw a tile together today. So in front of me is a Zentangle tile and we will draw the pattern beeline. First let me give a broad border. I generally use the entire tile, but it's at times a good idea to give a border. And then I am going to divide this into about 3 portions. So one portion is this, and I'm going to draw the pattern beeline in this, right? We'll see if we can introduce some variations also, and the rest of the tile we'll use some other patterns. So let's get started right away. So we started with these lines as I showed to you. So I keep switching my pens, and this is an O1 and the earlier one was a PN. So whichever nib size you feel comfortable with, please go ahead with that. So the lines are pretty much equidistant, just to ensure uniformity. And then in the center I am going to start with these zigzags. So go slow, take it easy, right? And then form a diamond. Right, and then replicate the shape, the line, like this. This side again we first need to replicate the line, so it's alternating, right? Replicate, diamond, or mirror, replicate, mirror. So this is a repetition of the earlier zigzag, and once we have repeated it, now we are going to mirror it or form these diamond shapes, right? So whichever way you wish to remember, again we are going to replicate it. Right? Again we are going to form diamonds. So very simple pattern to draw. Once you get the grid, there is nothing. Then again replicate. That's about it, right? So now we start inking. So what we can do here is okay, we'll go with the original one and then we'll see if we can introduce some tangulation also, right? So I'm going to pick up my 08 and start inking these diamonds like I did in the previous one which I showed you. So just that it will be faster using the 08. So I'm going to start inking. So since it has some really bold ink portions, so adds a lot of drama to your tile. And you can also play around with the tangle by not inking and instead inserting something else. Like I showed to you, I inserted an orb and it looked beautiful. So you can do anything else, play around, play with the positioning of the tangle like I showed to you, from small to big. Try placing it in a circle and see how does it look like. So just explore, right? So this is just an example of how you can use the tangle in a tile, and it's fun to draw a tile together, especially you know that there are people following you step by step and drawing along with you. It's a lot of fun. So I'm going to do this exercise throughout and then I'll get back to you. Right, so I'm inking the last few, almost finished with my inking here. Right, so you can make out how the pattern looks like. Yeah. So let us now proceed to our next. So I'm going to give a pretty organic look to the second part of the tile. So we'll see a combination of, you know, a geometric and an organic tangles together. So I'm using my PN burgundy here, right? So I'm going to introduce the pattern Bronx spears here, right? So very popular after Maria introduced it at one of the project packs. So what I'm going to do is draw these orbs which will kind of diminish in size as I proceed towards the top of the stem that I've drawn, right? Again on the other side of the stem, so this is the pattern Bronx cheers arranged in a certain way, right? So it gives it the character of a spear, right? So I'm going to add another line here. So I'm kind of squishing my orbs here, not drawing complete orbs as if they are somewhere hidden behind, right? And then another line here. So kind of drawing 3/4 of these orbs, squishing them, squeezing them into my Bronx spears or these corn-like shapes, right? So again I'm going to add 2 more stem here, add some around my stem like this, right? So we'll add 1 more like this, right? And then the same exercise once again. So in case you are new to the tangle, you can see once again. So I am drawing these orbs and I'm going to reduce the size as I move towards the end of the stem, right? and then again add one more layer on the other side of the stem. Again start reducing the size of the orbs. Again add some more, about 3/4, another line, but not drawing the complete orbs this time, right? And on the other side, right? So probably one more like this, right? So I'll continue drawing in the same fashion. Add another stem here.